Okay, what's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. I am so excited to share this apartment tour guide thing with you guys. But before we get started, I want to share some vocabulary that you guys may need to know before you start apartment hunting, if you are apartment hunting yourself. So the two main vocabulary words you want to be familiar with is wolse and jeonse. So wolse is when you pay monthly rent and you put down a deposit. Usually a deposit in Korea can range from anything between $3,000 to $20,000, and then your monthly rent, depending on how much of a deposit you put down, can range from about $300 to $1,000 depending on the type of place that you are in, as well as the type of neighborhood that you are in. When it comes to jeonse, that's something that's really special to Korea. Jeonse is where you put down the amount that the house is worth. Usually it's about like $100,000. And when you put down that amount of money for the deposit, the person is able to live in that place for free for like a year or 2 years, depending on how long the lease is. There's also something called karse. That's a little not really talked about, but that's when you pay all your money up front. Okay, so the different types of places that you can live in. You have your typical one rooms. Those are like studios that we are familiar with, and it's seriously just a room with a kitchen and a bathroom. Then there's like a feasters, a feast. I still, no matter how much I try and get, it's wrong. But with a feast house, those are usually almost like office-like buildings that have apartments and places where people can work. So these are usually a little bit more expensive because they're typically in taller, high-rise like buildings, and these places usually have security 24/7. So in my apartment building, thankfully, it's something nice to have, but now your girl got security 24/7. So that's something that I really appreciate. Then there are goshiwons, which are typically just a room. It's just a room, and sometimes they do have private bathrooms, or sometimes the bathroom might be outside of the goshiwon. I've never lived in a goshiwon before, but typically this is where like students stay. So goshiwons are again like small rooms, really small rooms. And then another one is like villas. Villas or low-rise apartments. Usually they're like 4-level apartments, usually like four or streets, something. Another word you want to be mindful of is kwanlibi. So kwanlibi is usually like your utilities. So you want to make sure what is included in your kwanlibi. So sometimes kwanlibi can include everything from electricity, water, or maybe your garbage disposal fee or whatever. Sometimes it does not include electricity or water. So you want to make sure when you are apartment hunting, you ask, how much is the kwanlibi usually? And also you want to ask what is included in the kwanlibi, because you don't want to be, caught off guard or anything. You don't want that to happen. Like your girl. Honestly, my kwanlibi for my last apartment, which was usually around 100 to 130,000 won, is actually cheaper. My kwanlibi, like in my new apartment, is like around $80,000. Those are the things you guys need to know. Some ways that people find homes or apartments in Korea are through apps. I really wish I could have shown you guys like all the places I toured. I think I toured about like 10-15 places in total, but unfortunately I can't show you most of them because a lot of the places were already preoccupied. So maybe you might be a little uncomfortable. The places that I'm going to show you today, they were actually some of my top faves anyway. So yeah, let's get right into it. Let's start with the first place. Okay, so starting now, this first place, the deposit was about 5 million won, and the rent every month was 550,000 won, so about like $500. And I really liked this place. It was kind of long, but I really liked that the refrigerator was on the top and the freezer was on the bottom, and I loved that there were 4 ranges for the gas stove. Yes. And then the washer was like in its own separate corner, so that was nice. And then like turning the corner, that was my realtor. I was working with her. She's a part of the company with the guy I worked with. Anywho, yeah, I came in here and this is the bathroom, giving very much luxurious vibes. But yeah, I really like the sink, very modern. But when I opened the bathroom door, dun dun dun, it was nice that there was a bidet, electric bidet, but like there was a lot of dirty stuff in there. And then going into the shower was pretty cool. But like the way this shower was set up kind of reminds me of school. I don't know. I felt like the separation was very off, but the place was actually really nice and big. The only problem is there wasn't much storage. But overall, this place was good. My con would be that this place was only for people who were registering their homes for business, and I can't because I'm a foreigner. So that's not gonna work for you, girl. But yeah, I really like this place, and it had a good view. On to the next place. Place number 2 was also nice. The deposit was 4 million won, which is about like less than $5,000, and the monthly rent was around 500,000 won, which okay, less than $500. Okay, so this place was really nice because it had a lot of storage. The bathroom was really nice. There was an electronic bidet. That's what I'm talking about. Your girl hair was a little, humidity, but yeah, the place was nice. I really like that the showers were separate with the glass door, which is really nice. The washer actually had a dryer part to it, so that was pretty cool. The place came with a microwave. I don't really use anyway, but the place was actually pretty spacious. I wish I would have pulled the camera up because for some reason I didn't think to do that. The tours felt kind of rushed, so that was a drawback to the apartment hunting. Felt a little rushed, but that's okay, it happens. My con about this place is I had no cons. Actually, after I was like apartment touring a lot of other places, I actually tried to get that place, but a few things happened once they found out that like I was a foreigner. The deal kind of went through, so that's another story. That's not sure we're gonna get on another day for another time, but yeah, that happened. So let's go on to apartment number 3. So with apartment number 3, I saw this place with a different realtor, and it was a pretty nice place. It was like near the rooftop, giving your girl very much, rooftop vibes, And for this place, there was also a lot of storage. I don't think I mentioned, but the rent was about like 525,000 won, and the deposit was going to be 5 million won. And the place was also very spacious. I really liked how all the walls were white, and I also liked how the bathroom had a electric bidet. I really like bidets. I don't know if you guys can tell. But yeah, the shower is actually a lot spacious than apartment number 2, and I like that it had racks. Also, if you look up, yeah, I also like the lighting. But the thing I didn't like was the blue cabinets from above the kitchen. Okay, walking into the apartment, I like that there was a desk. It was also very spacious for the giving location, and the view is very nice. I like how the place is all empty, and I like this little veranda, not veranda, but like a place where you can do your makeup. So there was a desk and a place where you could do your makeup, and I like that there were like closets built into the wall. So the closets were built into the wall. That's kind of cool. In my place right now, I actually have a walk-in closet, so that's kind of cool. But yeah, I can't wait to show you guys like the apartment tour of my new place. Looking a little dusty right now, but that's okay. Okay, you girl got to decorate. Yeah, I like that the refrigerator was like built into the wall here again. So yeah, overall this was a nice place, but this rack or above the sink is a little too small for me because I like to cook. But overall, I really like the place. Like, it was really nice. My only con would be that it was a little too expensive. 525,000 won a month is a little too much for me. And the location is also a little too far for me from where I need to do my things. And I wanted a place really close to school because that's why I'm moving. Surprise. So I really wanted somewhere close to school, but that place was nearly like 40-50 minutes away from school by bus. If I take a car, it would probably be 15. But the bus system here in my city is so messed up that it takes a lot longer than it should. Yeah, that was my con. It was just too far. So I didn't go with that place. And I actually ended up going back to my realtor, and we found this apartment that I am in right now. Be on the lookout for that next video. I'm excited to share my apartment tour for my space. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. video. And if you guys have any questions or anything that you're curious about for apartment hunting in Korea, just let your girl know and I'll be more than happy to answer you guys. Until next time.